Hey guys, this is TMF. I'm Jose Zuniga, and for this week we're going to be talking about belts. This is your guide to belts. Alright? Now, belts is a little bit complicated. You just have to, again, coordination. That's key to almost everything in menswear. Coordination. You have to coordinate. Right now I'm not wearing a belt. With dress pants, it's just something personal. I mean, you guys can do obviously what you guys like, but I don't like wearing belts with dress pants. I just feel like, especially when I'm wearing a nice sleek suit, a belt just chops you in half. That's what I feel like. Like you're like, it's kind of like that visual streamline. You're looking, and then that belt like kind of stops right there. So I don't like wearing belts with suits. I either just use suspenders or I use side tabs, as you see here. All right, but other than that, jeans, chinos, shorts, you need to wear belts. Well, I always wear belts. All right, so this is your guide to belts. Belts, they come in different just colors, different metals, different buckles. This is going to be my first one. Never, ever, ever wear a logo belt, right? Louis Vuitton, Ferragamo, Gucci, none of those. Don't wear those, all right? Because it's just tacky. And keep in mind that a lot of people, there are a lot of knockoffs. So there's a lot of people that don't look put together, and they're throwing those on. So they have a bad image already, right? They're attached to a bad image. So just don't wear logo belts. I mean, and save yourself the money. Those things cost like, I think our Hermes belt runs like 400, I think. It's pointless. You could buy a nice pair of shoes with those. All right, so that's my first tip. No logo belts. All right, so the first thing, obviously, you know, if there's a metal, you're going to have to coordinate. So if it's a silver metal, obviously some type of silver watch. If you're wearing cufflinks like I am, silver cufflinks, you know, yada, yada. Always silver. You know, obviously if it's gold, gold watch. All right, we got that down. Next, it's the texture. All right, when we're talking about casual shoes, i.e. sneakers, suede loafers, stuff like that, they don't have to match your shoes, all right? So for example, I mean, as you can see there, the shoes are suede and they have some type, since the suede is some type of texture, I paired it with a textured belt. And obviously the colors aren't even close to matching, and I'm not even trying to match them. They're just in the same ballpark, and that's perfectly fine because you're wearing a casual outfit. You're probably pairing that with jeans or chinos, right? Now, on the other hand, if we're talking about dress shoes, I like the wingtips you're seeing or the penny loafers, you do need to match them, right? Now, it doesn't have to be like a dead-on match, and you have to kill yourself looking for it, but as you can see, it has to be around the same ballpark in the brown or black. You know, the same type of shine, luster to them. And notice with the brown ones that I actually paired it with a textured weave belt. A lot of people don't like weave belts, but I love weave belts. And especially with those wingtips, and since they have so much texture, I think they complement each other so well. And on the other hand, I got the penny loafers. Penny loafers don't have that much texture, but I did pair it with a very light weave belt, which is kind of cool actually. And as you can see from all the belts that I'm showing you here, a lot of them actually have texture, and that's another thing that I'm probably going to give you a tip. Get yourself belts with texture like you saw in the pictures. It's just not as boring, right? Just plain belts, I think they're just that, too plain, right? You can get some type of texture in your belts, and they look fine. Now, all these belts are from a company called Fane Footwear. I like them because, I mean, the leathers are really good. I like them, and they just look durable. I just got them right now, so thank you to the guys over at Fane for sponsoring this video and making this video possible for you guys. I'll have the link below so you guys can check out their belts. They have a huge selection. This is just like the tip of the iceberg, if you want to say. You know, they have a lot of other nice colors for casual and stuff, but that's that. So, I mean, belts, you got to keep in mind mostly just the buckle. I think that's where men tend to have the most problem, right? Either they go with some type of logo buckle or they get a square buckle. That's the ugliest part of a belt. So if you can get a nice buckle, you'll be fine. All right, so this is probably the last tip, and the only tip you need to keep in mind is your belt, I mean the loops in your pants. Obviously, you know every pant has loops on the side that the belt goes through. Now, when you pair your belt to your pants, make sure the width of the loop is the same width of the pant. Right, so you don't want a loop this big, which I don't even think there's loops this big, but whatever, and a belt this thin. It's going to look very funny. So usually jeans have bigger loops, so you probably want a thicker belt for jeans. And thicker belts are usually more casual. Thin sleeker belts are for dress pants and stuff like that. And dress pants obviously have thinner belt loops, and you have to pair that with a thin belt. So, I mean, if you keep that in mind, keep those rules in mind, you'll be fine. Belts, if you can get belts right, I mean, they can make or break your outfit, because that's like the middle point of your outfit. So it is kind of like a focal point when they're going down and looking at you. So you need to make sure you get your belts right. So I hope this video was informative. I hope it helped. Remember to hit the like button if it did. It helps us out. Subscribe. I put out 2 videos every week. Thank you guys for watching.